Hi, welcome to another Mystic Dude Warframe video. So today I'm going to be looking at this build that I've just sort of finished. It's with the Twin Grakatas as my secondary weapon. Obviously I won't be running this as my main weapon, but it's nice to have a decent secondary as a backup. And the reason I've put this on, it's pretty good against Grenier. I got a decent roll on this riven, so I thought, right, well, let's see if I can make a build around it. So as you can see, I've rolled that 16 times, and with that crit chance, that's managed to get me over the 100% mark. Now I'm running 4.7 multiplier on the crit damage. If you wanted more, you could run with target cracker, or even prime target cracker, but you're going to have to stick some former into it and change it around. So damage stats I've got on it, I can get the damage up more, but I'm just going to run with this. I've got reload on, just for purposes of while I'm recording it. Then we're not hanging around too much. So that's the weapon, and as you can see, I wanted to point out this over here, 34 fire rate, it absolutely shreds. I haven't got a secondary arcane adapter, but anyway, we'll go for it. So I'm just running it with my Frost Prime, and what I've got on is this biting Frost, so I'll get 200% critical chance. So that'll put my crit chance on that weapon around about 145, I think, 150. And we get 200% crit damage. So that's why I've not put that cracker on it for the crit damage. So we're going to do 3 attempts. We're going to do 3 goes at it. So what we're going to do, first we're just going to see the damage with the weapon on its own. So here we are, we've got some, what have I put out? Grenade heavy gunners, they'll do. Right, so let's just make sure I put the right weapon on. Well, as you can see, that shreds. Feels a lot of fun, that. So next thing we're going to do, if I can get up there, I wished I had that other sim where I didn't have to run up and down like this. So now what we're going to do, we're going to freeze him. So we're just going to do a normal freeze first, so using Frost #1 ability. So we'll stand here, then I'll hit more of them. And then we're going to shred him again. Keep him frozen. There's some nice numbers on that. It feels absolutely brilliant to use. So, and then I'll just show you on the Warframe, then you understand it if you're not playing Frost. So what we're going to do, the third one, is we're going to freeze them with the Avalanche. And the difference between the two freezes, yes, we still get the 200% buff from biting Frost, but the normal freeze just does damage, whereas the Avalanche, it also does armor reduction. As you can see, I've got 97% armor reduction. If I put me umbral fibre on, that'll put me over 200%, over 100% armor reduction. So we're going to see what difference it makes with the armor reduction using the 4. So let's just get some enemies out. So what we're going to do now is we're going to freeze these with your number 4. Wow. Getting some very nice crits on that 27k. When you think how many 28k there. When you think how many bullets you're putting out a second. Right, so with every build, there's a downside. So let's look at the downsides. One, it's a secondary weapon. And as is the case with this game, not all secondary weapons, there are exceptions, some are really strong. Not all secondary weapons are as strong as your primary. Which is, you know, what you'd expect. It's not a complaint, that. It's what you'd expect. So the idea is with this game, a lot of the time you would use your secondary weapon as what they call a primer. That's to set it up either to shield strip it, armor strip it, or apply status effects. I don't see many people using secondaries for armor or shield strips. I don't know why. Maybe it's because they can manage that effect with their abilities. I just want to say, I love the skin on these weapons. I do like the skin. Just thought I'd show that off. So yeah, there's a downside. So the downside is one, the reload speed. So without this quick draw on, as you can see, we've got a 3-second reload. So if you're doing any harder content, such as say arbitrations or steel path, you don't want to be hanging around 3 seconds to reload. Yeah, where it does benefit if you do a weapon swap from your main to this, then it's pretty good. You can reload when you've got some downtime. But usually you wouldn't want 3 seconds on your reload. The other thing as well, the magazine, while it's got quite a high magazine at 120, because of the speed it goes, and it's not very accurate, because of the speed it goes, that magazine can feel a bit low. You know, you can soon go through that magazine. So I'll just, have I got any enemies out? No, I don't need any enemies, but we'll just fight magazine off. So about 4 seconds to unload that magazine, whereas this one, let's see. That's about 7.5 seconds on my main weapon. So 4 seconds is what you'd expect, because the whole point of this is to have a fast hitting weapon. So as you can see, fire rate 34 bullets a second, 120. So yeah, around about 4 seconds. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed that video. This is a lot of fun to use if you're running your normal leveling missions up, or you're just running uh, relics and stuff, it's a fun weapon to have as a backup. Yeah, with a few changes. Like this one's got viral on, so that's good against Grenier. You know, you could change it to magnetic for Corpus. You know, so if you know what you're running beforehand, you plan it. You know, just change it around and take it in as a decent backup weapon. So yeah, I think it's a very good weapon. It feels a lot of fun to use. I think it's not one I see the community talking about a lot. They're too busy talking about Brammers and Coover this, Coover that, and you know. But yeah, let me know if you're using this weapon. Let me know if you've got a favourite secondary weapon that you're using, or a favourite weapon, either primary or melee, that you're using, and why. But yeah, for now, Mystic Dude out.